one question looming over everything. What are they going to do at quarterback? Dillon Gabriel, the poised, record-setting playmaker looking to earn his place in the league, and Shedeur Sanders, after a legendary college career of his own, carrying the weight of expectation and something to prove.
That's the unknown right now. That's the unknown. But we got 47 days to figure out this football team, figure out who we are, figure out how we're going to win. 47 days to push each other. Starts tonight.
There is truly nothing like training camp. For quarterbacks, every rep is a test.
Hey, look, let's lock in. We live. Let's set the tone. Ready? What's up? I'm like on them. If it's one high, like and you got slants, I'm trying to throw you flat so you don't get killed by that safety. You get what I'm saying? I learned a lot from the vets in the room. I see Joe do something, and I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna try that. And then I do it, and I see it on film, and it's cool, because I'm like, hey, bro, I did this because I seen you do it, bro. Then he'll be smiling and stuff like he's a proud dad. So it'd be funny. It's fun whenever I'm able to take things that each guy, does differently and put it on my own way and be able to, pay homage to them and show respect.
For rookies like Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel, the speed is faster, the windows are tighter, and the pressure is real. Winning the job doesn't just happen on the field, it's earned in the grind that no one else sees. Everything that's happened so far in training camp has led to this moment, the first preseason game of the year. For the Browns quarterbacks fighting for their future, it is everything. Shedeur Sanders takes the field under NFL lights for the first time, and these plays won't just determine the depth chart, they could define his future.
Where we go ahead? I go ahead? Taking the field for the first time, it was a bunch of different emotions, I would say. It was a bunch of different emotions, but I'd say that's the least worried I ever felt in my life.
Well, welcome to the
Let's
party.
do it. Let's do it. Hey, we gonna bring it first. We gonna do it first. We gotta start that stuff first. Let's beat the hammer, not the nail.
Pick 144 in the 5th round by the Cleveland Browns. Third down for the Browns. Sanders looks, completes his first pass, and it's right at the sticks.
Good job by Sanders finding the open man. His receiver runs the route just a little bit short, but he's able to find the hole in the defense. Great job there early on. Should have been able to pick up that first down had the receiver run that route deep enough.
Here comes Gabriel, Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year in his one and only season at Oregon.
A lot of pressure here on him today after what Shedeur Sanders did last week with his great performance. Let's see how he does today handling it.
That's Jamari Thrash starting in the backfield and going in motion. So an empty backfield on second for Gabriel. His first toss, he's being pressured and he gets dropped for a sack. Talent for this Vic Fangio defense.
A little bit of confusion there on the Browns' right side of their offensive line. You got your right guard and your right tackle looking out, thinking that they might slide out. Inside linebacker runs right through the middle, and Zach Zinter just a little bit too slow to react.
The Browns return to the field with this man, Shedeur Sanders, taking the snaps. Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. And Joe, focus on the bottom of that screen. Broke over 100 Colorado records. And the other thing is, he's a winner. He and his pops got to Jackson State, turned that program around. They moved to Colorado after a couple of seasons. They took over a one-win team and made them must-watch TV.
Shedeur Sanders, obviously amazing college career, tremendous following, and part of the reason why there's so much attention and interest in him.
Sanders to throw again. It's a little screen to Trevion Williams. Just picked up. He's got a lot of room. He is into Panthers territory with the Browns' initial first down.
Something we've seen so far in the first two series with Shedeur Sanders is great timing. You know, that was one of the things he said he wanted to work on, was getting the ball out on time. And these screens, they take a little bit of practice, but that was just perfectly timed because the linemen weren't too far out in front of the running back.
Most of the twos out there against the Browns backups. 3rd and 10. Strong in the backfield. Gabriel to throw again. Waits, throws, delivers to Whiteheart, and that is close to a first down.
Gabriel getting a little bit of a pocket here, an opportunity to hang in there longer than you would expect. Able to find his tight end running right across the middle.
3rd and 9. Sanders rolling right, pressured, he's going to run. He's got a little space, he's got a first down, and he wisely slides, and Shedeur lets him know. Gain of 10.
Take a look at the replay here. Shedeur Sanders, he's recognizing a 5-man rush, which means he's got man coverage down the field. That's tremendous work for him to be able to recognize the coverage. And when you get the guys in the secondary with their backs turned running down the field, that usually means that if you can get out of the pocket, you got a lot of green grass to run. Excellent decision making there, picking up the first down. Flash during camp, some guys who are a bit more speed players like Jamari Thrash, and then you got guys that are trying to fill in there in the slot position.
2nd and 6, Gabriel has some space to his left, and he's going to slide down wisely, of course, nursing that hamstring. And here this second-team offensive line going against the #1 defense of the Panthers. Sanders on 3rd down to Jamari Thrash, working hard to try and get that first down, but he's going to be about a yard shy. The Panthers with a 7-0 lead. Shedeur has been all smiles, trying to put a smile on the faces of Browns fans with his 3rd drive.
But he's so prepared right now. A lot of people are approaching it like a preseason game. He's approaching it like a game. He's thankful and appreciative of the opportunity. He don't get caught up in, you know, all the rhetoric. It's going to be a problem after tonight, though. I promise you that.
That is a proud papa, the Pro Football Hall of Famer and head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, Deion Sanders. I'm sure Pops is tuned in, and of course the best news is that he has recovered successfully from bladder cancer on the opening drive of the game. That's Thrash in motion. Gabriel with a blitz coming from the Eagles, throws, connects, and another first down as Thrash moves the chains that way. Nice throw by Gabriel.
That we want to see Dillon Gabriel throwing accurate throws to the sideline just like that. Man coverage by the Philadelphia Eagles, and the ball goes up and over the outstretched arms of the Eagles defender in a perfect spot where only his guy can catch it.
Browns 3 and out in Shedeur's first drive, but the second drive made a few plays, Joe.
Yeah, he's done a great job. I think he's showing great timing. He's understanding the speed of the game, and he's making great decisions, recognizing the coverage. Here he throws a quick screen pass to the outside with great timing, lines up great with his blockers up front, and then on 3rd and long, he sees that it's man coverage. The receivers running down the field, cornerbacks got their backs turned. Great time to take off.
Trevor Etienne, the rookie out of Georgia, 4th-round pick for the Panthers, back to return the punt, and he's going to call for the fair catch. And it hits the ground, and the Browns are going to pick it up and take it inside the 10. It was Nathaniel Watson, the second-year man out of Mississippi State, as Etienne, the first time he touches the ball in the NFL. For all your thoughts?
Well, I think if you've tuned in to watch Shedeur Sanders, which pretty much everybody has, I think you got to be pretty happy because his decision-making, his timing has been really good thus far. A couple errant throws, but that's to be expected as a rookie.
7-year veteran Trevion Williams in the backfield. Play fake to him. Sanders looking, throwing. Touchdown! Caden Davis. Shedeur Sanders, welcome to the NFL.
What a great job by Shedeur Sanders there, just having the patience, letting the play develop. Does a great job looking off his receiver, and I think that was actually the third read here. It's a boot action, so he's outside of containment, and he finds just the tiniest little window in the back of the end zone. He delivers the football perfectly, layering it over.
Following the first play of the second quarter, and yes, Caden Davis, the answer to a trivia question in terms of who caught the first touchdown pass, courtesy of Shedeur Sanders. Just a couple of plays, 10 yards, and a memorable toss. Tremendous touch displayed there by Sanders.
The patience, the touch, and then the calm, cool demeanor as he throws his first NFL touchdown pass, jogs into the end zone to go celebrate with his teammates. You'd love to see that if you're a Browns fan. That was just everything that you want to see from Shedeur Sanders.
He threw 134 career touchdown passes at Jackson State and Colorado. And now he has number one, albeit in the preseason, but he'll take it and he will remember it forever.
Getting the boys excited in the orange helmets.
3 receivers in the pattern, including Deontay Johnson to the left. Under 5 on the play clock. Gabriel looks, throws, connects, another first down.
Dillon Gabriel, the time he needs, no pressure, just finding his running back. Great job by Pierre Strong. Hey, find that open space, just past the sticks, sit down, make yourself available. Perfectly delivered ball. You go through your progressions really quickly in that situation and get to somebody that's short.
Sanders to throw again, looks left, completes to Gage Larvidan, who's had a really, really nice camp. Rookie out of South Carolina, also spent some time at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. Sets up a third and manageable.
He's at the top of the screen there, just running a little stop route.
Go, although yet to be named at this point. Watching Gabriel. 3 for 3 so far, make it 4 for 4 as he connects with Johnson, gets it close to the 20. Traded eventually to Baltimore, moved to Houston, back to Baltimore, trying to find a new home here in Cleveland.
He's a receiver that's got a ton of talent. Right there, 2 men moving when the ball is snapped, can't have it.
So instead of a fresh set of downs, it's 3rd and long. Sanders steps up, throws, Larvidan's got it at the 25, and it's another Browns first down on Shedeur's best deep throw of the night. Gain of 18 and a fresh set of downs.
Watch how Shedeur is sticking in the pocket, doing a great job waiting for his receiver to come open of that deep dig in the middle of the field, that in-breaking route. He's going to have to go through 2 or 3 different reads before this throw is made, knowing that he's going to be getting hit right at the end, but he stands in there.
Johnson, 3 straight seasons in Pittsburgh with at least 85 catches. It's going to be an end around. Here we go, Gage Larvidan inside the 20, the 10, gets it down close to the 5. Of course, he scored a touchdown last week in Carolina on an end around, as they are now in the red zone, presented by Milk-Bone. Milk-Bone bringing more dog to the dog pound.
Kevin Stefanski dials up a little bit of a trick play here. Browns are faking the pin pull to their right.
Trevion Williams, play fake to him out of the backfield. Sanders rolling, he's going to keep it himself, gets past the 30, is going to take a shot. Runs for about 9, and that's a part of the game that we've seen a couple times tonight that really wasn't at the top of Shedeur's resume. 2nd and goal with Gabriel under center. It's Marshall again, cuts back and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Well, the Philly fans in regular season form, cascading the boos on the visiting Browns and maybe some of their hometown players as well. Marshall with his first NFL touchdown.
One of my favorite plays when you get down here towards the goal line is just the outside zone, because it forces the linebackers to run really hard.
That offensive coordinator, Tommy Reese, last week was on the field. After every down, he sat down next to Shedeur Sanders. This week, he's up in the box.
Browns going with their heavy formation, and Sanders just going to keep it himself and push forward. It's enough for the first down. I got to tell you, overall, Shedeur's decision-making so far, really good. His touch improving, particularly on the touchdown. And recently on 3rd and long, we saw him zip the ball to Larvidan.
He's done a great job. I think he's impressed everybody watching him tonight. making great decisions, when to escape the pocket, when to stay in there and take the hit, deliver the football down the field, doing everything cool, calm, collected like he was in college.
All right, so obviously Aditi, our eyes and ears down on the sideline. 2nd and 10, Gabriel to throw again. He connects, that's Johnson, and there is a flag down. Browns 3 of 6 on 3rd down attempts. Sanders pressured, keeps the play alive, still in trouble, now buys more time, looks downfield, Brown chasing him, Sanders. That's a lot of running.
Let's take a look at this footwork by Sanders. Not exactly known to have the speed of his father, Mr. Prime, but just a great job. I mean, short area movements as a quarterback are so important because those guys got to cover the whole field. You're the one that knows where you're going when you're the quarterback with the football. Good job not taking any chances. Don't throw it into traffic.
Well, Shedeur has wowed us at times and has the Browns in a 7-7 game in Carolina.
All right, let's start with Shedeur Sanders, what you're seeing out of him. What are fans maybe at home not necessarily appreciating?
Oh, listen, I think he's doing a good job tonight. The thing that that I'm kind of happy that he's doing is he's getting the ball out of his hands like early in the down. He's also been able to show that he can move around a little bit and do those things, but I think when he's had to get the ball out of his hands, he's done that. So
you're coming over to him on the bench almost after every drive. What do you think of his demeanor?
I think that's one of the things I'll give him a lot of credit. The moment is not too big. He's able to kind of slow things down and go at his pace.
We just heard from Joe Flacco, who said, the thing I've been most impressed with about Shedeur, the moment is not too big.
I don't think anybody that knows Shedeur Sanders was thinking that he would be tight, running around up here, worried about what's going on, being nervous, because that's just not in his DNA whatsoever.
2nd and 15 on the Browns. It's Gabriel to throw again. Plenty of time, throws a dart, and it's another connection. That's Thrash in the middle of the field.
Jamari Thrash here is in the slot. He's got man coverage on him, but he does a good job just selling the upfield over route. But he's done a great job. Sometimes you have to have a little bit of a sense of urgency to be able to get the football out on time, and he's doing that. So he's walking that fine line between being relaxed and having that sense of urgency in the pocket.
Empty backfield on 2nd and long. Here comes the pressure. Shedeur flushed out, directing traffic, throws downfield. Floria, a one-handed snag for the local kid, and a Browns first down. What a moment for both quarterback and receiver on that one.
What a throw by Shedeur Sanders, doing a great job again, escaping the pocket, finding some green grass out there where there's no pass rushers, giving his receiver time to get open, and he just floats that right over the defense to Floria, who sticks his left paw out and snags it in there. That's one that even Shedeur Sanders might have to smile on that one.
Shedeur Sanders and Luke Floria have the Browns on the move with 2 minutes to go. Browns 3 for 3 on their first drive and 3rd down tries. Gabriel throws, connects, and moves the chains again, and it is Thrash who gets it up to the 40.
Quickly reading the defense, finding his man Thrash on the outside, delivering the football against man coverage where only his receiver can catch it, and the defensive back has no ability to stick that left hand in there and affect the throw.
1st and 10. Monty Marshall back in the game, does a nice job picking up the blitz. Sanders throws, touchdown, Davis again. And the Browns fans in attendance in Charlotte have taken over this stadium. Shedeur Sanders putting on a show here in the 2nd quarter. 2 touchdown drives, both going to Caden Davis, and the Browns have their first lead of the preseason. Not once, but twice to Davis. Touchdown tosses have given Cleveland a 14-7 lead. Browns scoring drive presented by Howard Hanna. Impressive, covering 60 yards in less than 2 minutes. And Sanders to Davis, 8 for his last 11, including a couple of TD tosses. Shedeur Sanders engineering a fun-filled first half, and you know what people are going to be saying come Monday. Where does he fit on the depth chart now? So the Panthers with 1 timeout left and 18 ticks to go, and that's David Njoku, the Pro Bowl tight end, who's obviously enjoyed himself. Not dressed tonight.
A guy that's never been afraid to show his excitement on his face. A little different than Sanders, who's much more reserved, a little bit more of a cool, calm customer. But after the half he's had, you can understand why he's on the bench smiling and having some fun with his teammates.
Well, he said, listen, I'm thankful for the opportunity. I was excited to get this. He doesn't buy into all the narratives that are being talked about on all the big shows and everything. He just wanted to go play football. He didn't say, oh, well, who am I playing with? He just wanted to enjoy it, and he's done so. And so have Browns fans tonight. Impressive first 2 drives so far for the Cleveland Browns under Dillon Gabriel. Steps, throws, connects yet again. That is Tillman into Eagles territory. Another Browns first down of the Eagles this year.
We got Tillman on the inside there, and a Twins receiver set to the Browns right, doing a great job separating at the top of the route, giving that little head and shoulders fake to the inside, breaking it out hard to the outside.
He's been great. I mean, we knew that he had the big play ability to be able to break the pocket, throw the football down the field, make those splash plays. But the question was, hey, how is he going to handle himself in the pocket? Is he going to be able to move and avoid pressure? Is he going to get rid of the football on time because he took all those sacks in college? And I think he's passed the test in spades thus far.
Has a half dozen career interceptions to his name, and this one has put the Browns back in business. Sanders, play fake, wide open, hits Sal Cannella. There's a flag down. Hey, look who's watching tonight. King James, good to see you. That young King looking good out there. Shedeur Sanders, keep up, your head down on the grind and head high to the most high. And Coach Prime, yes, Lord, yes. We hear you, Hall of Famer. Well, LeBron James knows a thing or two about being a star as a rookie in the city of Cleveland and what it's like. Obviously, slightly different circumstances. Shedeur steps up. Great throw to Brendan Bates, and that's a Browns first down inside the 25. Gain of 25 on the play has the Browns in business yet again.
Bates is right there on the right side of the screen. At tight end does a great job moving over the middle of the field, finding the window in the zone coverage. Shedeur Sanders can't even see on this throw because of the defense in front of him and the tall center from the Browns.
Gabriel, 2nd and 8, connects. That's Caden Davis, and look at him spinning forward and getting another first down. Davis, a couple of touchdown receptions from that man, Shedeur Sanders, last week, and now.
Let's see what Shedeur can do on 4th and 2.
Quickly, what do you run, OC?
Well, I'm going to give him a run and pass option, just like we saw earlier in the game where he can roll out, and he's got an opportunity to hit somebody in the corner of the end zone.
2 receivers to the left. 4th and 2. It's Larvadan, end around, and end zone for the touchdown. The rookie out of South Carolina gets it done in North Carolina as the Browns extend their lead.
Just like we called it, the jet sweep is exactly what Kevin Stefanski should call. Watch the edge of this defense. 2 tight ends on the outside doing a great job. Combination blocking. You don't know who you're going to end up with, but you start your track like a train going down the track, and however that defense unfolds, the outside guy takes the first man, inside guy takes the second man, and opens up a giant hole.
Listen to the great Chris Rose on the broadcast. That's a dream right there.
Good try. Gabriel rolling out. First play of the second quarter, and it is picked off. That is Makuba, the second-round pick, and he is going to go the distance and get this crowd cheering.
Some poor route running here by the Browns. We've got the tight end here in the flat getting pushed too deeply, and then the receiver who's running the over route just gets too close. And then in that situation, you don't want to have Dillon Gabriel force the football when you got 2 receivers standing right next to him. The corner was not available. That was actually the same play that Shedeur Sanders threw his first touchdown throw last week.
Another scoring drive engineered by Shedeur Sanders, who went a perfect 3 for 3 on that drive.
So he's checked all the boxes of the things that I wanted to see from him. The way he moves in the pocket, his decision making, his timing of the throws, getting the football out of his hands.
Huntley, of course, signed earlier this week.
From the 6. Huntley under
Who is that? That ain't Shedeur. That's the end of the video right there, bro. If y'all enjoyed that video, make sure y'all hit that sub button.
Well, up there, it's winter.
Gabriel out to thrash again, out to the 45 before he's pushed out of bounds.
And then vertically get up the field and gain just a few yards, and that's all you need in a 3rd and 2.
Marshall with 22 yards on 4 carries, catches one out of the backfield, lowers the shoulder on.
Distribute the football all around, and then operation. That's a big part of this for a young quarterback.
2 timeouts left. They're going to start it out by swinging it outside. That ball's going nowhere as Strong is drilled in the backfield.
3rd down here, so you don't want to use your timeout because you're worried about if not, you don't pick it up, you give the Eagles time to get the ball back and score.
Gabriel pressured, drops it down. Browns are going to be well shy of the 1st down as Strong catches it for a short gain.
You got to be able to put that behind you, wipe your slate clean, and not think about it and go out and play your best play the next play.
3rd and a long 2. Gabriel looking left, throwing, connecting to Thrash. He's on the run, past the 45 and into Eagles territory.
I'd keep throwing to number 80, Thrash. You got a little bit of a pick concept running underneath. Jamari Thrash comes all the way from the right side of the offense.
8 plays, 51 yards so far as we're inside the 10-minute mark. Gabriel pressured. He's going to get dropped. Azeez Ojulari, the former New York Giant.
You got Cornelius Lucas one-on-one over here, and he takes a nice set, but unfortunately, the Eagles defender goes with a long arm, then he jerks and he slides right under the hands, the outstretched hands of Cornelius Lucas, and gets right to the quarterback for the sack of Dillon.
Give the ball back to the Eagles and give them a chance to score as well.
Gabriel looking across the middle, connecting. That's Davis into Eagles territory, inside the 40, trying to work his way out of bounds. Instead, he is tackled inbounds with the clock running.
Awesome job here by Caden Davis. He's the outside receiver to the Browns' right. He's running a deep dig. He gets behind the linebacker who's dropping into coverage. Dillon Gabriel does a great job waiting and being patient until Caden Davis gets into that second window. Jamari Thrash just trying to help his quarterback out there, but just a little bit too quick.
Still 2 timeouts left for the Browns on 2nd and 20. That's a dart. Brendan Bates, head over heels down to the 35. 4th drive for Dillon Gabriel. There's a fumble, and the Eagles have recovered. Makuba, the man who got Philly on the board with a 75-yard pick 6, has now picked up the fumble. It's a 2nd turnover for the Browns offense.
Looks like Dillon Gabriel had to just stretch a little further than he wanted to be able to give the football to Pierre Strong.
Well, it was a little quiet in the 1st quarter, but the 2nd quarter saw Shedeur Sanders shine. Got his 1st touchdown of the preseason to Caden Davis there in a tight window throw. And you know Dad at home was loving, yes, Lord, yes. Shedeur Sanders put the Browns on the board, but wasn't done yet, was he? Came back at a real nice throw from the end zone on this drive that ended up with another touchdown toss to Caden Davis. And another tweet from Coach Prime. Oh, yeah. What now, JD? What now? Hashtag Coach Prime. God is so good. All right, hello, everybody. Welcome. This is NFL Game Day at the half. We've got the Browns in a good spot right now with Shedeur Sanders piloting the offense the whole way through the first half. 14-7 is the score. Shedeur, 11 of 18, 103 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. Rhett Lewis, Maurice Jones-Drew, Daniel Jeremiah. We had some debate on how this thing should go. I felt like it was the best of both worlds. Operated the offense well, DJ, and then took a couple of shots.
I mean, what do you expect, right? You got to go out there and make – no, if I'm going to be honest here, I love the way he's commanding the offense. I thought they're doing a great job of running the ball, keeping it balanced, some play-action pass there. You get in the red zone, you do the bootleg to the left. He puts the ball in a tight window. We've seen that before throughout practice. You saw that at Colorado. And then the last touchdown to me was the best one. You get pressure. You don't panic. The back scans back. You slide to your right, set your feet, and make a great throw. Again, you talked about DJ just getting him comfortable and getting in rhythm. That's where he's at his best. Seems like he's in rhythm right now.
You saw incredible placement. The velocity was there. The pocket movement was really good. The poise. I thought all those things were on display. And again, just settled in. Just took him a second to settle in, and then he was off and running.
Yeah, indeed. I thought that throw from his own end zone, deep down the middle of the field, was maybe one of the best, and then hit the throw at the end of the first half, the one-hander by Floria. Was an incredible catch, too. So he's kind of, elevating the play of the teammates around him, too, a little bit.
We talked about the energy, too. When he scrambles for the first down, he gets up, he's celebrating. He's celebrating with his teammates. Those are the type of things you want your young quarterback to do. I mean, quarterback is supposed to elevate, right? You're the point guard. You got to make sure guys are getting the ball and then bringing that energy so that energy stays high throughout the course of the game.
I like David Njoku being with him, too, showing he's got the veterans hanging around him. It's a good sign.
Yeah, smiling, having a pretty good time, and plenty to smile about. All right, 33 snaps into Shedeur Sanders' preseason debut. Should have close to 50 by the time the night is done, so we will see him. Kickoff in the second half from Charlotte. Next.
7-year veteran Travion Williams in the backfield. Play fake to him. Sanders looking, throwing. Touchdown! Shedeur Sanders, welcome to the NFL.
What a great job by Shedeur Sanders there, just having the patience, letting the play develop.
And now he has number 1, albeit in the preseason, but he'll take it, and he will remember it forever.
Tight throw from Shedeur gets him his first touchdown of the preseason. And look, it didn't happen in sports if the king doesn't tweet about it.
He's playing with confidence out there. He's trusting what he sees, not afraid to put the ball in tight windows. A lot of times you get in these preseason games, you'll see guys just dump the ball off. He's putting the ball in tight spots.
Legendary is the trademark there from Shedeur Sanders, and as of now, the legend is growing.
Dillon, that interception. We'll talk more about that in just a moment, but a comparison here between Shedeur Sanders from last week and what we're witnessing from Dillon Gabriel today in that first half. Now, the numbers seem to be leaning at least across the board for Shedeur, some of those explosive plays, but efficiency numbers were there, and obviously some more body of work with those 5 extra drives, and there's still a whole another half. All right, there's some good that we saw from Dillon Gabriel. I would argue a whole lot of good. He did some really positive things moving the football, and it didn't seem like he didn't have poise out there. If anything, I actually thought he looked the part.
I thought he looked great. I mean, this pocket presence on third down, it's a big third down play right there. He had 2 of those on that drive. He throws to the sideline on third down. Perfect. I mean, the guy executed the offense almost flawlessly, you'd say. I mean, we had the interception that we'll talk about in a little bit, and the handoff with the back. That's just a matter of getting reps with those guys and being in the right spot and getting in their gut. Like, simple stuff. But the management of the offense and how he ripped through progressions, I thought was beautiful. The numbers are what they are, and you have to clean up the interception, obviously figure out how to do that. But getting the ball on third down to thrash, and he made some great plays. I thought Dillon played great.
I think there's some of the same things we said about Shedeur. There's some of the same things we're saying about Dillon Gabriel. He manipulated the pocket very well. Yeah. He made some throws into a lot of cloudy traffic in the pocket. Quick timing. Dave, we talked about it pregame. That's what this offense is supposed to be. That part was fine. But then there's the interception, the pick 6 by Makuba. And you watch this. He rolls and he holds it. And it leads to the receivers going to the same area, right? Otherwise, it's poor execution overall. And then the fumble with the exchange, he just didn't get to the running back on that. You don't know if the hamstring is bothering him because it did seem as the half wore on, he was not as efficient or as effective.